It's kind of funny. Global markets down, tanking everywhere, and the crypto markets also with it. Isn't that interesting? Uh, Zero Hedge says gold. I love gold. Joins the global death cross procession. While U.S. mega tech stocks support the belief that all is well for many Americans, a glance around the world, and the crap is seriously hitting the fan. Downtrends are everywhere, and death crosses are popping up in asset classes from Chinese stocks to global systemically important banks, and most recently gold. The crossing of the 50-day moving average below the 200-day moving average has been long used a signal of trend change, and more euphemistically is known as the death cross. Gold has hit it. Silver was triggered a few months back, they say, but it has largely gone sideways since then. Chinese stocks have slumped since beginning or being hit by the death cross, which looks like March to April, around April 1st, 2nd. And as China growth expectations fade amid global trade war tensions, copper, Chester Copperpot, nope, just copper, has given back its recent spike gains and formed a death cross when also a little bit into May. And it's not just real assets. Virtual currencies have been hit, with Bitcoin plunging after suffering its death cross, which also happened coincidentally about slightly before mid-May. Europe has not been spared, with DAX suffering a death cross earlier in the year, rebounding, and now about to suffer another as Trump's tariff threats send it spiraling lower. Emerging market, even the German stock market. Well, DAX, I guess. Just looking at that, like, oh yeah, Germany's in there. Emerging markets, stocks, bonds, and FX, Forex, are all death crossing. And finally, and perhaps most ominously, there are the global, most systemically important banks, which just form a death cross as they entered a bear market. Again, in mid-May. But then again, why worry? NASDAQ is at a record high. The NASDAQ's fine. Everything else, sorry about your luck. Probably nothing to worry about. It's only the global economy that is slowing dramatically, according to Zero Hedge. What's going to happen? I remember my mom was telling me, and other people, she told Bill when he was here the first time, because he had asked her about, Trump and the economy and markets and stuff. She said, I feel like, and this would go just the markets in general. We could get hit, but it will recover. And she says, I feel like as long as Donald Trump is in charge, it'll go down, but it's going to recover and go back up again. Now, you might argue, well, it's kind of over the last few months, you might include all that. Whatever. We don't know where this is going to end for the global markets or whatever. But once we see where it ends, and maybe we see a clear recovery, then we'll know. Or, hey, possibility, Mama Snip 4 missed it completely, got it wrong. But I'm here to tell you, Snippy's mom is pretty damn accurate when she reads people. The more people that she reads, the more emails come in. Hey Joe, man, your mom, excellent, blah, 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 blah. Oh, cool, man. Glad you loved it, dude. Or dudette. But, yeah, there's some carnage happening right now. And as I'm doing this, same as the last two videos, it's 5:44 p.m. now, Eastern time. Crypto markets have not changed. They're down too. And if you want to see something here, Litecoin, 8161. Coin market cap. $252 billion market cap currently. Again, what was the low in February? Went at 247, I think I told you guys earlier. 240 something. Go take a peek. Or was that in March? March and April. Yeah, April 1st. April Fool's Day, 245. 245, 248 there. I mean, it's 252. We're that close. Again, depression of the Wall Street cheat sheet. Boy, I think depression phase is about to, if not already, for some people, kicking in or kick in. But It is what it is. But what I was going to show you, market cap from last year. Again, it all started in May. Let's just kind of peek in here. 25 billion, 28, 27, whatever, 29, 30, 31, 40. I mean, at 25, right here, it's now doubled. The entire crypto market cap doubled. Right here, all at once. Some money came in here. The question is, whose money came in? Who pushed this up all of a sudden thinking they needed to buy every crypto on the face of the earth? And it came down, whatever, came back up. We saw something we'd never seen before in crypto at that point. Some money rushing in. Was it just a bunch of people who all, simultaneously, roughly speaking, decided to get into the market? Or was it a big entity? Was it a huge entity? Was it a giant government entity? The Fed kind of a thing. Yeah, we're going to get in there and manipulate. We'll just print our phony money and buy it all up. Yeah, we got to buy the real asset and then sell it, of course, to anyone who wants to buy it. But if they're out there buying it all up, one hand sells to the other hand, just like they do with the silver futures contracts. The problem is, again, with the silver futures, they can print those things out of thin air. Silver sits in a warehouse, never touched. But with cryptos, you got to buy it. They have to actually buy it and sell it. But if they can buy enough of it and sell a bunch of it, it'll push the price down. Right? But it still requires them to have it. So while they may be able to do that, assuming that that's what's happening, or has happened anyways, you would think there's going to be a point where they ain't going to be able to do that anymore. When enough people get into the crypto market, they're not going to be able to, if they're doing that, sell back and forth to each other like that. Because there's going to be some real buyers on both ends, not themselves buying and selling to each other, so to speak. If they're doing it, that's how I think they'd be doing it. They got to have the real money, but again, you got the Fed or, through one of their big giant banks, friends, hey, you guys, here you go. Go keep that market stable. Let's scare the sheep away from that. Because if you crash the global markets and the crypto market crashes alongside them, you know how we always talk about, where do you think all that money's going to go? That scared money from the stock market's going to go in the crypto market. But if you can crash the stock markets and the crypto market simultaneously, mission accomplished. Where are you sheep going to put your money now? Says the central banks. And that's a good question. What do you do? Honestly, you can't save yourself from that. Now the only thing you could do is sell off, put your money into Tether and cryptos and let it sit there, and then have to trust that Tether's going to work perfectly the whole time. And just as sure as shit when you get in it, oh crap, Tether's in trouble, Bitfinex is in trouble, Brock Pierce, all these guys, they're all in trouble. And then what? You got out of the position to save, some money, so to speak, or to capitalize on a down market. When I feel it hit the bottom, I'll get back in, and I'll get more back, of course, because the market went down afterwards. Only to find out Tether's got a problem. Tether has a problem, and you just so happen to have some all of a sudden. Tether's been going for a while. Let's be real here. And it's been working as they said it would. And there's been a number of times where I felt like, I wonder if I should do that. Get out of that position, put it over to Tether for a little bit. I just think the risk is too high with Tether because of the circumstances that you all know about. The Brock Pierce thing, Block 1, they don't have the money. Well, we just had a review from a, deep state law firm that says we have it, at least as of June 1st. Good, that's fantastic. What about before June 1st? What about 2 months ago? What about 3 months ago? What about 5 months ago? What about 6 months ago? How about 8 months ago? Did you have the money? And that is the problem. They're staying away from that. They won't prove that they had the money then. Which means essentially they had a printing press to print Tether out of nothing. Therefore, they could be buying up all the Bitcoin with free Tether that they create out of nothing and then selling it back to all of us. And selling a lot of it back to all of us. And we have to give them real money. So the sooner Tether implodes, the better. But that also assumes they're doing this kind of stuff. There's no proof of that. As far as like manipulating the market or anything. There's no real proof of that. It's being used right now on multiple exchanges as a safety net. Oh, I think this crypto's going down. Let me move my positions out into Tether and sit on it. Oh, yep, market's down 15%. You know, pat myself on the back. Good job. Because I'm sitting over here on Tether, which is tied 1-to-1 with the US dollar, or tethered to the dollar. Today, right now, $252 billion market cap. I'm getting back in. Right? And then you go out of Tether back into the coins you want. But again, for me, even Michelle White Dove said in her report, they don't have the money. You know, of course, when she gave the report, that was back in May the 3rd, or excuse me, May 3rd, May 3rd. This little fiasco with the law firm happened happened the other day, 2 days ago, but they're saying June 1st, we can vouch that they have the money now. But we can't vouch for prior to that. So before that happened, she said they don't have the money. You know, and here's the other side. Maybe they have the money now. They didn't before, but they do now. And now totally leather's legit all of a sudden. It wasn't before, but now it is. That is a possibility. But it still scares me thinking that, do I want to put my money in Tether? Some of my, my trading account anyways, as the market goes down to try to, save obviously your portfolio from going down because you can get out of it, wait on the sidelines and get back in. Is it worth getting into these Tethers? It scares me because, again, of the surrounding stuff that's been going on with Block 1, Tether, all that stuff. I wish there was another solution to Tether. And I could have swore I read something about Goldman Sachs or something, maybe through their Circle company with Poloniex, wanting to create a similar token that's pegged to the dollar 1-to-1. Thought I read that the other day, but I'm not sure. I think it was Goldman Sachs that said that. So anyway, just a little update. It's Saturday. When markets are down, stare at a clown. What are you gonna do? You just lived through this a couple months ago. You just did this. What did I say right there? Let's get the exact date. Let's be exact here if we can. Right there was the worst part. April Fool's Day was the worst part, but again, it kind of touched on that same rough estimate of a price. April 6th, all that stuff. Then we had the recovery, went up to 470 billion. But look how fast, just so you know, look how fast. April 1st, it's 244.45. It's 338. It's almost doubled. I mean, not doubled, almost went up 100 billion. Man, I can't talk. 100 billion. Almost, a few more and it's doubled. Not doubled, damn it. 100 billion. In how many days? 15 days. So we went from here, 247 to 238, 15 days. You might be getting ready to see the same thing happen again. But middle of the year, June, July, that's right here. So you see this dip before it started going back up in August and September and all that? We had a dip. So if we look back at, let's see, May of 2016, let's kind of look at the same thing. We had a nice run up to June, sell off June, July, even down further into August, summer months. May not be too smurfalicious for cryptos. Let's take a look at 2015. May, June, had a run up into 2015. July, again, goes back down. August, same kind of a story. Maybe they're slightly off by a couple of weeks or whatever, but, if we look at this June, just so we can get a real eyeball on it, fair is fair. April, May, June. We had the run up earlier in May. 470 billion. That's what I was talking about earlier. So instead of being June showing you it going up, it was May. Then it came down. So again, it's generally speaking, summertime looks like maybe cryptos go up, go back down, wait for a little while, then they go up later in the year. Is this year going to be the same as, honestly, the previous years? Probably so. Probably so. But blockchain is all over the place now and growing. So governments, again, all the debt and everything they have, they're going to need a reason to get out of that system. Even if they create their own, US dollar coin blockchain, I think they want a reason to get out and let that debt implode and get into the new system. Because no one's going to say, let's keep the old system. Let's just reset. Let's start over. Let's just start over. We get our houses for free and our debt's paid off? Oh, no. You still owe that. But let's start over with the paper money thing again. And we'll do bonds and interest on the bonds again, and we'll get ourselves into debt that we can't pay off again. Sounds fantastic, right? No. But if they can preach to you, hey, blockchain technology, it can fix this, it can do that. Even if, here's the thing, even if going to blockchain doesn't solve some of these debt problems that our countries have, they sure would like to sell it to you so you think things are going to be great and better. We've changed some laws and just fixed some things, only to find out later you still spend like drunken sailors and we still have a debt problem, blockchain or no blockchain. But at least it would be a big plus sign, big checkbox next to blockchain. So anyways, again, I'm not going to keep, I'm just telling you, I'm not going to keep coming out here right now while the markets are down to keep talking to you about it. Like, you hear me talk about it enough. I know you don't want to keep hearing me talk and tell you some of the same stuff. I'm just trying to remind you of like where we've been, how it was some other time. Look how it recovered. Look how this happened. To let you understand that this is what happens over and over and over again, and that this should do the same thing this year too. And maybe we got to wait a little longer than we all thought. Right? Maybe we do. Do you just give up and throw the towel? How long have you been in cryptos? A year? Oh, you're done? How long have you been invested in that 401k? 1 year. I'm ready to throw the towel in. You know what I mean? Look at the, let's look at the Dow. Or actually, DJI. Not in here. Let's just go to Google. You know, look at this thing falling off a cliff. 5 days. Like, you know, imagine, let's go to a year, right? Just imagine, January, so the same time frame that cryptos were peaking, right? The stock market was peaking. You got into 401k right here at work. All right, I'm going to make some money. All through here, running it up. Oh, this is great. I love it. And then bang, what the hell just happened? Oh, here it goes, rally, up, bang, down again. Hey, whoa, my 401k. Oh, there's a little rally, bang, down again. Okay, now we're creeping, up, down again. Oh, here we go, down again. Here we go, oh, big down again. Big old molehill. I'm not even showing you, look at this. I'm talking to you, I'm not even showing it to you. Here's what I was showing. This is the Dow Jones. You know, you got a 401k 6 months ago. Oh, I'm going to throw in the towel, a stupid 401k. Everyone's going to tell you, what are you doing? You have to let these things grow for years. And again, here we are in crypto, demanding that 6 months, all-time high back. Where's my new all-time high? It's my all-time high, and I need it now. And for those people who said, I'm going to skip my rent payment, or I'm going to skip my car payment, I'm going to skip and get into some cryptos. Guys, we've talked about rule number 1 for a long time. Rule number 1, in anything, never put more in than you can afford to lose. Never. Which includes I'm going to skip my rent payment because I might be able to double it or at least come up 50% profit by the next month. I'll keep the profit, pay my rent, pay the back rent, I'll be good. That's not a good idea. Now, there was a time last year when I was looking at certain things in the market, and I said, using a credit card right now might net you some serious profits in the future, and it did. It actually worked flawlessly. Right now, and for this month, and since that time, I've never advised that again, because I'm not seeing the things that I saw then anyways. But it's going to be extremely volatile, and you might have to wait longer than you might have thought. Like last year, as quick as that little method worked, you might have to wait a while. And the last thing you want to do is be stuck with a high interest credit card, paying on something, and then the market goes down, and then you realize, oh my God, if I sell off everything I just bought with this credit card, I'm down. I still owe on that credit card, but I don't have any extra money to pay the rest of it off. I was banking on cryptos to do that for me. Again, this is not the type of game you should be playing. If you're like putting your rent money up, car payment money, like that's not, where I'm going to skip a month. Like if you don't have that money, probably not the best thing to do. But if you can afford to get in them and sit on them and wait, That's what you do. It's what we do. But again, like I said, these people, they like to hold your head underwater. Little air. Okay, finally, I'm okay. Nope, back down. Oh, no, he's okay. He's fine. And then they go for the big one. And that's the one you think, oh my God, they're going to kill me. You're seeing your family flash before your mind. You know, oh my God, they're going to... And last minute, they pull you up. All right, he's down enough. Blood on the streets. We got all of our crypto. Let the markets go. That's around the time you're already past angry. You're deep into depression. And you're at the end of the stage of, I'm ready to freaking quit. I can't take this emotional roller coaster anymore. I'm done. And then the damn market rallies on you after you get out, doing exactly what they wanted you to do. We see this over and over again in different areas besides crypto. But the entire markets pretty much are down worldwide, same time frame as cryptos. Interesting little thing there, isn't it? But you know me, I'm willing to wait. I'm totally going to wait. You think I'm going to sell now? Let me sell most of my cryptos to pay the house off. No, I got to make it count. Got to make it count. And we've seen these sell-offs how many times now? Again, we saw the lowest low was April 1st. But if we're looking at the Wall Street cheat sheet, we got lower to go than that lower low back in April 1st. If it's going to perform like it's an if, the crypto market in whole is going to perform like the old Wall Street cheat sheet shows us. We got that depression mark, means it's got to go lower, which means $5,000 something Bitcoin, maybe lower. I've seen some charts that shows it could happen. I've seen charts that show $45 Litecoin. But the risk reward thing, not willing to try to test those waters. I've got my HODL stash. I'm sitting on it. I'd rather wait this out than play this kind of game. Now my little trading stash, yeah, I guess I could make a couple moves here or there. But again, right now I got to see what the hell this market's going to do before I jump. Make any more moves at this point, or make not any more, but make some new moves at this point. So, anyways, don't stare at your screen. Don't look at your phone if it's killing you. If it's hard to, just go have a fun. It's the weekend. Everybody's working for the weekend. Let's see if old last week of June has anything in store for us in a positive light. See what old Snippy's mom has to say about it. Now she was like, well, I don't really know. I don't know. Mom, what do you think? Well, I'll just go ahead and tell you. I have the recording. She's like, I see the 18th. I'm like, so you think there'll be like a recovery thing? She goes, well, yeah, I see it kind of like it could start moving then, but I feel like the end of the month, like maybe that last week of June. All right, so the 18th, something or another, but then you feel like the last week of June. Yeah, something like that. I've got the recording. She's like, yeah, but I'm not good at the crypto stuff. I don't read crypto. I was like, yeah, but you're reading people, and some of this is probably coming out. She's like, well, yeah. So remains to be seen. Will we have a nice little strong ending of June or not? But again, what are you going to do? You want to sell off? You can sell off. You can do it. And again, if you're going to see a loss, it's only a loss when you choose to sell when the market's down. I'm not willing to do that. Of course, I'm not technically down from where I got in last year, but knowing that I have, value-wise about a third of my ultimate all-time high that I've ever seen, I'm down to 1/3 of what that was. FYI. So, anyways, go do something that maybe have some fun with your family. Don't look at the markets. Don't look at your screen. Don't look at the charts. Just relax. And when you see a video from Snippy, hey, market turned around, then maybe take a peek and, feel good, feel a little bit better about yourself. Let me handle that for you. Just watch my video titles. When you see when that comes out, hey, market's looking. Because I don't want to keep coming out here day after day when market's down to try to tell you the same stuff. Like, you've heard me say these things. I've showed you the same old charts. I've showed you how many times it's happened before. You know what I mean? Let's move forward, but we just have to be a little patient. Take care.